In this video, you're going to learn how to create landing pages that convert traffic into business, step by step. Now, I should warn you, this video is packed with advanced tips on how to create landing pages. So if you don't even know what landing page stands for, this video is not for you. But if you want to learn untold advanced page building strategies that get results, you're in the right place. I use these techniques to grow my conversion rates by more than 2.9x in record time. I'm Andrea Anderhegen, the founder of Sales Growth, and in this video I'm going to show you my step-by-step action plan for higher conversions and more sales with your landing pages. I will start with what I call the dating mindset in marketing and move on with other techniques you've probably never heard before. So stay tuned. We have a lot to cover in this video, but before I even start, please note that all the tools and examples I mention here are listed in the comments below. Also, if you want to see more free tutorials like this, subscribe to my channel. And now let's dive in. How do you make people do what you want them to do on a landing page? The first step is to select the best possible goal. The question is, what do you want your visitors to accomplish on your landing page? Sure, everyone ultimately wants to sell something, but trying to sell a product out of the blue may become a huge waste of time and money. I had to learn it the hard way. A few years ago, we tried to sell the e-commerce platform of my former company on a landing page, directly, without any previous touchpoints to website visitors. My company offered the very best mobile app development platform for retailers. So we created an amazing website and a great landing page where retailers could buy our service and launch a mobile app in no time. Everything looked awesome. But guess what? Nobody bought our service. We wasted huge amounts of time and money to create and promote this landing page to get nowhere. So what did we learn? First of all, people get exposed to hundreds, if not thousands of ads and opportunities every day. Second, all corporate decision makers have something in common. They are confused. And in some cases, it's even worse. They may not even be aware of an entire product category helping them succeed. Long story short, we turned to a more classic marketing approach. I call it the dating mindset in marketing. What does that mean? It's very simple. Think about dating a woman or dating a man for the very first time. Would you ask to marry him or her in the first minute after getting in touch? No. First, you need to get aware of each other. No awareness, no date. Second, you need to get to know each other better. In other words, you need to consider if there is a match, and that may take some time. And third, if there is a match, you may start thinking about some sort of more or less serious relationship. And the same applies to marketing. Let me explain what we did. We started to differentiate visitors by stages. We created what is known as a marketing or sales funnel. And our simple sales funnel had 3 different stages. First, the awareness stage. This is when visitors get aware of your company and your product. The visitors are first-time visitors who only had little or no touch points with your company yet. They are not willing to buy yet and are not even considering your product or alternatives of it. At this stage, the best you can do is to give away valuable information for free in exchange for a prospect's data. Now you may wonder, what does free giveaway mean? A typical free giveaway could be a free newsletter visitors have to sign up for. But the newsletter sign up only works if the perceived value is insanely high. After all, when giving you their email address, your visitors face a trade-off: getting valuable information at the risk of getting spammed by yet another sales campaign. So to make the decision easier for visitors to give you their email address, offer insanely insightful white papers or free webinars instead, or the access to a free life-changing video. My bottom line here is, think of a free giveaway that has a value exceeding the risk of disclosing personal information by 10x. Next, the consideration stage. Once people are aware about your product or service, they eventually start considering it. For the consideration stage, your landing page should focus on a different set of goals. At the intersection of the awareness and the consideration stage, offer your customers some sort of free trial. And at a slightly later point in time, offer a free product demo, either personally or in a demo webinar. The third stage is when prospects are ready to buy, the closing stage. What's important for your website visitors at this stage? It's things like getting access to a sales rep that can explain the last remaining questions. It's about verifying again if others use your products and how successful they are. In other words, it's about social proof. And last but not least, it's about being able to check out quickly. The bottom line here is, select your goals wisely. If you're just launching your product, it may be better to create awareness first, educate your prospects, and only then try to sell your product. So now, let's move on to the next steps towards creating an awesome landing page. The next step for creating high converting landing pages is to research best practices. Sure, you can start from scratch and learn everything by trial and error. But why not getting a head start and learn from others first? And here are my 3 best tips to check real-life examples of high converting landing pages. The first and most obvious tip is to search for best practices on Google. Just search for a term like best landing pages and you find a ton of blog posts and hundreds of examples. One of the best posts I found on that topic was the 100 best landing page examples you can't afford to miss in 2019. However, there is something I always find frustrating about such blog posts. They get old in no time. The question is, what are the best practices today? So here's my next tip. Check landing pages behind paid ads. First, search for a relevant keyword on Google. Then click on the top ads showing up. Chances are that the landing pages behind those ads have gone through days, months, or even years of optimization. Check every element of the page, such as headers, subtitles, creatives, trust signals, and so forth. You can also apply this method by clicking on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube ads, of course. But there's a downside to this simple tip as well. You will only find landing pages for keywords that you're thinking about. In other words, there might be a universe of landing page examples that you're missing if you're only searching on Google. So here's another advanced way to look for landing page best practices. Use SEMrush to check all keywords and landing pages other companies are using. First, sign into SEMrush. Then head over to Domain Analytics, click on Advertising Research. Next, enter the website address of a large company or your competitor and click on Search. Now, if you scroll down, you will see all keywords that company is bidding for. And next to each keyword, there's a direct link to the related landing page. Boom! This is by far the best business intelligence you can get on a competitor's online marketing and these landing pages. Bottom line, if you follow this process, you will save years of trial and error and millions of dollars others had to invest to create high converting landing pages. With that being said, let's move on to the next steps towards creating crazy successful landing pages. Now, your site is probably running on WordPress or any other content management system, and that is perfectly fine. But when it comes to landing pages, it's actually worth considering specialized technology to build landing pages. Why? Because they focus on conversion rates and on a better user experience. My two favorite page building tools are Instapage and ClickFunnels. Let's have a quick look at both of them. Instapage allows you to add one or several pages to your existing website. It is very simple to use and requires zero development skills. You can simply drag and drop your page elements and configure them as you wish. There are 3 reasons why I recommend Instapage more than their competitors. The first one is that it allows you to differentiate between desktop visitors and mobile visitors. And in many cases, that can lead to a huge boost in conversion rates. The next reason why Instapage works great is that they offer proven out-of-the-box templates you can fully adapt. So they take a lot of guesswork out of the game. The third reason why I use Instapage for my own landing pages is that they provide a bunch of analytics and A/B testing features. A/B testing can make a huge difference when it comes to optimizing your conversion rates. The other tool you may consider instead of Instapage is ClickFunnels. As the name already implies, ClickFunnels allows you to create sales and marketing funnels. In other words, they allow you to define steps for each part of your sales funnel. What's better for you? It depends. If you're just testing how prospects react to a single message or a new product, then you may go with Instapage. If you know your marketing funnel well, then go for ClickFunnels. Step 4. Structure your landing page. The structure of your landing page is a key driver for your conversion rates. So here are my most important tips for this step. First, make sure your call to action is above the fold. In other words, make sure your visitors don't have to scroll down a page to do what you want them to do. The reason, in all landing pages I've ever created, I noticed that at least 10% or more visitors never scroll down a page. Second, test variation of submit on your call to action buttons. For instance, include the impact of signing up on the button. Next, include a visual element or a video above the fold as well. Pictures and videos give an emotional touch to your landing page, and people mainly buy or sign up for emotional reasons. Next, don't talk features, talk impacts. People don't want to know what products you developed. Instead, they want to know what's in it for them when signing up or buying your products. Use colors to highlight what's important. In other words, make sure your call to action buttons stand out. Next, add trust signals. The best trust signals are customer testimonials in a video. Because a customer talking in a video about how amazing your product is by far the most credible proof that it's worth signing up for your service or product. But you may also consider simple customer quotes or security badges, etc. Offer previews. Give your visitor a preview of what they will get if they give you their email addresses or buy your products. Consider telling a story, and a good story usually includes a problem or a conflict a hero faced and solved using your product. So tell the story of how a customer handled the problem using your product. Last but not least, add an FAQ section. You may want to consider an FAQ section at the bottom of the page. FAQ sections are great because they allow you to directly address objections your visitors may have. Think of the most common objections you hear about your product and address them directly in the FAQs. And with that being said, let's move on to the last step to create insanely successful landing pages. Optimizing your landing page. Great landing pages are the result of days, months, or even years of optimization. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. So the first step towards optimizing your landing page is install analytics software and make use of it. First, install the obvious and free ones like Google Analytics and the Facebook Pixel. And here's a pro tip to get a lot more insights. Sign up for a free account at Hotjar. First of all, they offer you heat maps that highlight where visitors click and how far your visitors scroll down your landing page. Second, and more interesting, they offer a feature that records the behavior of every visitor on your site. Yes, you'll get movies showing the exact behavior of your website visitors. So now let's move on to the next optimization tip. Make your headlines emotional. It's no secret. Emotional, compelling headlines perform better. To write emotional headlines, use words like effective, fast, powerful, quick, new, results, crazy, or amazing. Next, use Grammarly to improve your wording. Grammarly is probably the best spell check tool on the market today. Besides proofreading your words and sentences, Grammarly helps you write a more vivid and more appealing narrative. Next optimization tip, speed. Make sure your website loads super fast. If you're not using Instapage or ClickFunnels that offer fast loading speeds out of the box, consider using a hoster with above average performances. At Sales Growth, we use Liquid Web for our general website and noticed that our conversion rates increased approximately 9% ever since. Next, trust badges. To improve the trust on our landing pages, we have been certified by McAfee. What I personally like about McAfee is that it is a well-known brand among consumers. The McAfee Secure Badge comes with an individual page on their website as a further proof that your site has been certified. Next, live chats. Live chats on websites are a great way to allow visitors getting in touch with you instantly. And that's important because some visitors may have questions not answered on your landing page. So by offering live chats, you may be able to address those specific questions directly. The best providers for this kind of software are LiveChat or the Tidio live chat. And lastly, use fast and easy checkouts to optimize your conversion rates. At Sales Growth, we use Shopify for our checkouts. Shopify is known for providing an amazing platform to create online stores. But they also offer so-called buy buttons, more specifically, buy links. Buy links allow you to link any button or link on your site to a fast and easy checkout. What's compelling is that through their Stripe integration, they allow you to offer instant checkout methods such as PayPal Express, Apple Pay, or Amazon Pay. So if your landing page is about selling a product, consider adding Shopify for your checkout. And then make sure PayPal Express, Apple Pay, or Amazon Pay are set up. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you learned something new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn more about how to grow your sales and make your business a success, visit salesgrowth.io. And now I'd like to ask you, which of the techniques or tools did you like best? Will you use SEMrush to see the best examples of landing pages out there? Or will you try Instapage to create high converting landing pages? Leave a comment below. Thank you.